Classification of discrete time signal. Classification of discrete time signals. You see here the capital DT indicate the discrete time. Okay, DT indicate the discrete times. Okay, the discrete time signals are broadly classified into the four categories. One is causal and non-causal signals. Causal and non-causal signals, and the second one is even and odd signals, and the third category is periodic and aperiodic signal, and the last one energy and power signal. Okay. In general, the discrete time signals are classified into the four categories. One is a causal and non-causal. The second one is a even and odd signal, that is also called the symmetric and asymmetric signal. And the third one is a periodic and aperiodic signal. And the last one is the energy and power signal. These are the four categories. Okay. The last category is the three categories we completed. Periodic, aperiodic. Before that, the even and odd. And the first one is the causal and non-causal. And the last one is energy and the power signal. Okay. That's it. Energy and the power signal. The first one is energy. So how you find the energy of a particular signal? I will find the energy of a particular time signal. Let us take the discrete time signal x of n. Discrete time signal x of n. So far I didn't mention the what is the duration of the signal, existing duration of the discrete time signal x of n. That means just simply treat that exists in the entire interval. Okay, minus infinity to plus infinity, that is a assumption, that is a consideration. Okay. Now the energy of a discrete time signal x of n is defined as E is equal summation from n value from minus infinity to plus infinity mod of x of n whole square. Okay, this mod has the some effect when the signal x of n is a complex function. For real signals, the simply it is the square. Okay, in case the x of n is a complex function, then only while taking the first absolute value, the mod is simply we are finding the absolute value of that complex function, then you are taking the square. Okay, so the energy of a discrete time signal is defined as the E is equal summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod x of n whole square. Okay, and only power. Okay. Generally, this is termed as average power. So we are not evaluating this in the entire interval from minus infinity to plus infinity. So we are taking only in a certain portion. Then we are taking as average. Okay, that's the reason we call it as the average power P. Okay, let us take, we are taking the energy over the period from minus n to plus n mod x of n whole square. From minus n to plus n, how many samples we are taking? Don't give, it is 2n. From minus 5 to plus 5, how many samples? minus 5 to plus 5. Minus 5 to plus 5. It is not 10, it is 11. Negative 5 samples, positive 5 and 0. Total 11. From minus n to plus n, total it is 1 by, total it is 2n plus 1. So we are taking the average means sum divided by number of samples. 1 by 2n plus 1. So this average we are extending to infinity. N tends to infinity. Limit n tends to infinity, 1 by 2n plus 1, summation n is equal to minus n to plus n mod x of n is simply the power. With respect to the signal, energy and the power both are, with respect to the signal especially, these two are same. These two give the same parameter. Let's see. So we have the one signal. Okay. Amali, the energy and the power both that give the what is the strength of your signal, what is the strength of your signal? Simply, for that what we are doing, simply the strength is nothing but the sum of all the amplitudes generally. But in case if the signal having any negative amplitudes, the signal having any negative amplitudes, what happens when you are adding all these amplitudes? Because of the negative polarity, the overall strength is reduced. We are not getting the exact strength. The best example is the sinusoidal signal. Okay, I will represent in continuous. Best example is the sinusoidal signal. Okay, so how much amplitude we have in the positive portion, the same amount of the amplitudes we have in the negative. Okay, when you are adding all these amplitudes, what happened? The result is 0. Means the sinusoidal signal having the strength is 0. No. For that what we are doing? We are converting all the negative into the positive amplitudes. Okay, that is, for that we are taking the square. Okay, so if any particular signal having the strength is infinity, any particular signal having the strength is infinity, example take the sinusoidal which exists in the entire interval, even for the negative also it exists. Okay, continuously it exists for the complete positive time to the negative time. When you add all the amplitudes by taking the squares, the result leads to infinity. So can you control in real-time applications, can you control a particular signal which having the infinity strength? No, in practically there is no, it is not possible. For that what we are doing, we are taking only the certain portion of that signal. We are not considering the complete signal. We are taking only the certain portion of the signal. Then we are calculating the how much amount of the strength present in that over that range. Okay, then we are treating the particular signal having the averagely this much amount of the, okay, that terms, that is called the power. Okay, so wheel goes to the power when the energy of the particular signal is infinity. Okay, see, now how will say the particular signal is energy of the power signal? This is simply evaluation. For every signal we can evaluate how much energy it having and how much power it having. Okay, but here the task is how you can say the particular signal is energy signal or power signal. I can say the particular signal is the energy or power signal. For that, if a discrete time signal x of n is said to be the energetic, if its energy, which is E, must be the finite and power must be 0. Power must be 0. So using these two expressions or equations, E and the energy and the power, evaluate the energy and the power of the particular signal x of n. After evaluating, in case the you got energy is a finite value and the power is 0, then conclude the signal x of n is energy signal. Signal x of n is energy signal. Okay. If the particular signal satisfying these two conditions, energy is finite and power is 0, then the signal is energy signal. Okay. Now, coming to the power, a discrete time signal x of n is said to be the power. Its energy must be the infinity. Just now I told you, we are going to the power when the energy is infinity. Okay. The energy of the signal must be the infinity and the power is finite. If the energy of a particular signal is infinity and the power is finite, then that signal is called power signal. If the energy is finite and the power is 0, then that signal is energy signal. If these two conditions are failed. If above two conditions fails, simply it is neither energy nor power. Neither energy nor power. Okay. If it's satisfying the first condition, energy is finite and power is 0 condition, then the signal is an energy signal. Okay. In case the particular signal having the energy is infinity and the power is finite, that we call the power. If these two conditions are fails, then that signal is called neither energy nor power signal. Okay. We'll take one example for the evaluation of energy and power. Okay. The first one, x of n is equal to 1 by 3 whole power n into u of n. X of n is equal to 1 by 3 whole power n into u of n. Now try to find the energy and the power of the signal. Do parallel. Try to find the energy and the power of the signal. Based on those two values, just conclude the signal is energy signal or power or neither energy nor power. Okay. The first I will try to find the energy of the signals. So energy is summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod x of n whole square. What is x of n? Simply substitute that n value minus infinity to plus infinity mod of 1 by 3 whole power n u of n whole square. Okay. Now see here the function is multiplied with u of n. Already told you the unique feature of the step signal. When you multiply any signal with u of n, what happens? The signal becomes realizable. That exists only the positive time. The signal becomes 0 for the negative. So the existing duration of the summation now become it is 0 to infinity. From minus infinity to minus 1 over the negative portion, because of this u of n, this whole product become 0. Okay. Now it is 1 by 3 whole power n square. U of n is 1 over this portion, or you can write into 1. Okay. Now it is summation n from 0 to infinity 1 by 3 whole power 2n. Now I am writing it is n from 0 to infinity. Now shall I write this one is 1 by 3 whole power 2 and whole power n? Okay. now, which is n value from 0 to infinity 1 by 9 whole power n. Okay, now one of the standard summation result is summation n from 0 to infinity a power n is 1 by 1 minus a if a value is less than 1, and its value is infinity if a value is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, this is standard summation result. This will be useful almost all the complete 5 units. We are going to use this summation result almost in every unit. Okay, summation n value from 0 to infinity a power n value is 1 by 1 minus a if the a value is less than 1. In case it is greater than or equal to 1, the summation result is infinity. Now here check the a value. This is in the same form, n value 0 to infinity a power n. Here a value is 1 by 9, which is less than 1. So the result is 1 by 1 minus a, which is 9 by 8. So energy of the signal is 9 by 8. Energy of the signal is 9 by 8. Similarly, try to find the power of the same signal. Okay. I'll give the general summation result, which will be used in the DSP regularly. Summation n value from 0 to infinity a power n 1 by 1 minus a if a value is less than 1. Okay, and its value is infinity, a value is greater than or equal to 1. This is first one. And the second one, summation n value 0 from 0 to capital N a power n. Okay, if you are adding only the finite number of samples, then it is 1 minus a power capital N plus 1. How many number of samples you are adding? 0 to capital N is n plus 1 by 1 minus a. 1 minus a power n plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. Okay, these are the important summation results. Just take these two summation results. We are going to use these two almost in all the units, the simplification part. Okay. Now let's see the power. I'll find the power of that signal. Okay, I'm writing again the signal. Given signal is 1 by 3 whole power n into u of n. Okay, and the power is limit capital N tends to infinity 1 by 2n plus 1 summation n from minus n to plus n mod x of n whole square. This is the power equation. Now see, limit n tends to infinity 1 by 2n plus 1. Now the x of n is 1 by 3 whole power n into u of n whole square, which is n value from minus n to plus n. Again, see here the function as product of two terms. One is a 1 by 3 whole power n, second is a u of n. So here 1 by 3 whole power n is multiplied with the step function. So it becomes the realizable signal. So it exists only in the positive term. Now the summation limits change to 0 to capital N. Complete for the negative term, that is from minus n to minus 1, the product is 0. Product is 0 means sum is 0. Okay. Now we have some non-zero values from only in the positive time. So summation exists only in the positive time 0 to capital N. Now it is directly I'm writing it is 1 by 3 whole power n whole power 2, which I am writing as 1 by 9 whole power n, like the previous. Okay, 1 by 3 whole power 2n, nothing but 1 by 3 whole power 2 whole power n. So 1 by 9 whole power n. Now it's seen limit n tends to infinity 1 by 2n plus 1. Now this is in the standard summation result. See the second equation of this. Again the two summation result. See the second one. N is equal to 0 to capital N a power n. That is 1 minus a power n plus 1 by 1 minus a. So which is 1 minus a value here 1 by 9 whole power n plus 1 by 1 minus a. Okay. Now see, now apply the limits now. Apply the limit. What is the limit? Limit n tends to infinity. So when the n value is infinity here, 1 by 9 whole power infinity is 0. Okay, why? Because this value 1 by 9 is less than 1. Okay, if you are taking the, let us take the 0.1 example, if the power of the 0.1 is increases, the value is decreased. Okay, if the power of the 0.1 is increased, 0.1 whole square, 0.1 whole cube, whole power 10, whole power 100, whole power 1000. So when the power of the power is increased, then the overall value becomes reduced. So when the power reaches to the maximum, the value is reached to 0. So 1 by 9 whole power infinity, simply it leads to the 0. Okay, so the value is 1 by 1 minus 1 by 9. But before that we have the term 1 by 2n plus 1. Here, if the n value is infinity, what happens? 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity becomes 1 by infinity is 0. So the power is 0. Now see the two values, energy and the power. For this signal, what is the energy? For this signal, energy is 9 by 8. Okay. Next, what is the power? What is the power? Power is 0. So the signal having the energy is 9 by 8, which is nothing but the finite value, and power is 0. Energy is a finite value and the power is 0. Now the signal is, which kind of signal is? Energy. So now at last just give the conclusion. Since energy is finite and power is 0, given signal is energy signal. Since the energy of the signal is finite and the power is 0, so the given signal is energy signal. Like that you need to give the conclusion. To say the signal is the energy or the power for anything, you need to evaluate what is the energy of the signal and what is the power of the signal. Okay, based on these two values only, you need to give the conclusion whether it is an energy signal or whether it is a power signal or neither energy nor power signal. Okay. Take one more example. Just try this, all of you. X of n is equal e power j pi by 2n plus pi by 4. X of n is equal to j into pi by 2n plus pi by 4. Just give me the energy and the power values. How many of you have completed this? I need the energy. See, the energy of the signal is summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod x of n whole square, which is summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod x of n is e power j pi by 2 n plus pi by 4 whole square. Okay. What is this value? Mod e power j pi by 2 n plus pi by 4. Very simply, I'll explain this. Mod of, let us say the whole part is theta. Assuming this whole part is theta, it is in the form of e power j theta. Okay, whole square. So e power j theta is nothing but cos theta plus j sin theta mod square. Mod of a complex number is square root of real term square plus imaginary. That is cos square theta plus sin square theta whole square. Now what is the value? Cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So mod of e power j theta whole square, the value is simply 1. Now whatever the theta value, whatever the theta. Okay. So here summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod of e power j into pi by 2 n plus pi by 4 whole square, which is simply 1. Now what is value? Summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity 1. E energy value, which is simply infinity. Okay, which is simply infinity. That is because of we are adding 1 for infinity times. Okay, that is 1 plus 1 plus 1. Let us say this is at 0. Again, at n is equal to 1, again 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4, n is equal to 5, n is equal to 6, and so on. How many ones you are adding? Almost 2 infinity times. Infinity number of ones you are adding, so the result is infinity. Okay, generally the blind will write the n is equal to minus infinity plus infinity 1, simply will write 1. No, the function is how many times we are adding, that gives the summation range. Infinity times we are adding the 1, so the result is infinity. So next, calculate the power. Calculate the power. So P is equal to limit n tends to infinity 1 by 2 n plus 1 summation n from minus n to plus n. So mod of, directly I am writing the function e power j. So it is pi by 2 n plus pi by 4 whole square. So the mod of e power j pi by 2 n plus pi by 4 whole square value is 1. So the limit n tends to infinity 1 by 2 n plus 1 summation n value from minus n to plus n. So its value is 1. So in this case, how many times we are adding the 1? How many times you are adding 1? Minus n to plus n, simply the 2n plus 1 number of times. So the result is simply 2n plus 1. Okay, for easy understanding, I am giving the one example. Minus 3 to plus 3, 1. So the value is n is equal to minus 3, 1. N is equal to minus 2, 1. N is equal to minus 1, 1 again. N is equal to 0, 1. N is equal to 1. N is equal to 2. N is equal to 3. Total how many times you added 1? Minus 3 to plus 3 means total 7. Okay, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. Negative 3 samples, positive 3 samples. 1, 2, 3 and 0. Total 7 times. Just see, the result is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus. Total 7. Okay, this I am writing as 2 into 3 plus 1. 2n plus 1. So here. Now simplify this. These 2 will get cancelled. The result is 1. So here the power is 1. Now see the two values. is you got the power is 1, which is finite, and energy is infinite. So the signal is
power signal, sir.
H. Okay. You need to write this conclusion. Since power is finite and energy is infinite, given signal is power signal. Remember, this conclusion is also carries the marks, especially in the examination point of view. Okay, finding the energy and the power is not enough. Okay, based on those two, you need to give the conclusion whether it is the energy or power or the neither energy nor power. So the last your conclusion also carries some weightage. Remember. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Now take few problems and try it at home. The first one, x of n is equal sine of pi by 4 n. Second, x of n is equal to e power 2 n into u of n. E power 2 n into u of n. And the third one, x of n is equal to u of n plus 2 minus u of n minus 2. U of n plus 2 minus u of n minus 2. Just try to check whether these three signals or the energy signals or the power or neither energy nor power. Okay, if you feel anything is difficult, just tell me, I will explain that problem right now. Just take these three problems now. First one is x of n is equal to sine of pi by 4 n. Second, x of n is equal to e power 2 n into u of n. The third, x of n is equal to u of n plus 2 minus u of n minus 2, where u of n is the step signal. In these two cases, where u of n is unit step signal.